All right, guys, hope you're all having a lovely day today. I know I am, because I've been messing around with a bunch of scammers. I'll talk a little bit more about that, and obviously I want to give you guys a warning on how these scammers are trying to find people, and how they kind of try and persuade you to get into this. There's more, so I've been taking screenshots and whatnot. Anyway, talking of Bitcoin today, so Bitcoin approximately an hour ago, we had this candle, this massive candle. I think it lasted like about 15 minutes. So there was one before, there was a 15-minute candle that pumped, and on the trend line basically kind of smashed through, and then the next one just went ballistic, right? Which is brilliant, right? However, even though we want to see candles like this, we definitely want to see candles like this. A long candle, a single candle, whether it be an hourly candle or becomes a 4-hourly candle or even becomes a daily candle, it's not sustainable, guys. What you have to understand is these minor pumps, don't take notice of them, right? So, you know, if they do pump and you miss the boat, don't FOMO. For God's sake, do not FOMO, right? You're not missing out anything. Just be patient, don't worry about it, because if you look at the higher time frames, what you'll notice is we do still have other trends that we need to also break as well. So these minuscule timelines, doesn't matter, 15-minute, 30-minute chart, 40-minute chart, or 45-minute chart actually, hourly chart, 2 hours chart, you'll have loads of people showing you many charts. None of these matters. The only one that is significant is the daily one. Yes, the daily one looks great, but I won't be too concerned, because obviously we still have a weekly one that we're gonna have to do, which is a long way anyway, so that's a different one. But then we do have a monthly one closing in a few days, so just beware of all of these things. Just don't take this to be it all and that's it, right? You know, and then all of a sudden your emotions change from being bearish to bullish. Remember, when the market starts pumping, we don't want to be buying anymore, right? Whenever the market pumps, we don't buy, right? But when the market dumps, that's when we get excited, right? So all of our excitement should be always on the bottom of the market, bottom of a candle, not on the top of a candle. So sorry, I'm just looking at the chart. So I hope that makes sense, right? So that's what it is. Just a short one. If we do start to become bullish on the weekly chart, we have this zone around the 29 to 31k. We have this new support zone, right, or new resistance now actually, which we need to break. So if we do not go and test that level and break that level, nothing is positive for us. So just beware that for us to be super bullish, super on the upside, that's what we need, right? So I am looking at, you know, I am driving, but I'm actually looking at my trading view in the car as well, believe me or not, and I'll show you. So let me just, boom, that's my trading view, right? I actually have trading view, hold on, sorry. So I have trading view, yeah, there you go, sorry. It's a magnetic holder. When it grabs, it grabs. If it doesn't, it doesn't, right? That's the problem I've got. Plus I've got a charging cable on. So I'm looking at my chart, I'm seeing what it's doing. Again, look at my chart. If you just saw the chart, you'll notice I'm not zoomed in, you know. This is a weekly chart. I'm zoomed out, looking at the bigger picture. Where is it right now? Where are, you know, looking at the pattern right now. So for me to look at the pattern, I need to zoom out. So right here, I've zoomed out all the way to 2020. So I'm looking at a chart from 2020 to now, a 3-year data with all the weekly candles, and I'm seeing what does it look like, what's the pattern. That's what I'm looking at. So that gives me the confidence to say what I'm saying right now, what I've said already about the 29 to 31k. So that's something we need to look at. So other than that, I want to warn you guys a little bit, right? So this one's about these scammers, right? So there's this new type of a scam group going around. It's the same people, by the way. So this group goes around looking for your number on Instagram or whatever, wherever you have it, not Instagram, sorry, LinkedIn and stuff like this, right? Basically anywhere they can find your number. And then what you'll get is some random phone number will send you a message and say, oh, we're calling you from a recruitment company, you know, and we know you do crypto, XYZ, whatever. It could be anything, by the way. It could be anything. They will find out on your profile what you do, and they'll kind of find a way of relating. They'll be like, oh, we have a job offer for you if you want to do it. And you'll be like, okay, great. right? And then they'll be like, oh, by the way, it's like, you know, only 1 hour a day or something like this. I'm like, okay, so you're gonna pay me for 1 hour a day. And then they'll be like, oh, we're gonna pay you $800, $1,000, plus. Believe me, the numbers are insane, right? So they said to me, like in my case, they said, oh, we're gonna pay you $800. We're gonna and then the following week it's like $1,500. The following is $3. I'm like, money grows on tree. Okay, fine, let's go with your scam. You're gonna pay me for an hour's work. You're gonna pay me $800 a week. Oh, what is it? Okay, right. So I'm trying to get into detail. The guy hasn't given me all the detail, but I don't need that, because recently someone got scammed, and I think I mentioned it on a video very recently. I mentioned on a video how I felt sorry for them, how they got scammed. This is the exact same scam, because, you know, this same thing has happened before as well. So again, the same scam, different name, different company, right? So you'll have different people approaching. So this is how they work. They'll find you, they'll act as if they're a recruitment company, right? And let me just park up so I can explain this to you better, right? So they will act as if they are a recruitment company who are offering you a job too good to be true, right? They're going to offer it to you. So best thing is play along. That's what I did. I played along. And then I think the guy clocked on, right? At some stage he clocked on, because he was like, oh, we need 30 minutes of this. I was like, for what? He was like, oh, you need this. I was like, for what? You know, so there was a few questions. I actually have the entire conversation on WhatsApp recorded, but it's so stupid that he didn't clock on, that he contacted me, or he or she, I don't know, by the way, contacted me on the message on WhatsApp in a business account. And my business account clearly says Paradexes. And then he's asking me stupid questions like, oh, you know, how are you going to make it into GBP, or how we pay with USDT? I'm like, yeah, why? And so I'm just kind of acting along. I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. I'm like, look, it's none of your problem. You want to pay with USDT? By all means, pay me with USDT. Let's deal with this, right? So he wanted to train me for about half an hour, and I was like 28 minutes. And then he carried on, and then, you know, nothing happened. So I was like, 15 minutes. He's like, I'm not a waiter, you know, and this and that. He got pissed off, basically, right? Didn't like the way I was talking to him. But that's what you're going to get, because I'm not stupid, right? I'm not freaking stupid. I've seen this scam harm people. I've already, you know, been warning people about this type of scam. So they'll come out with multiple types of names. They want you to go in and give them your phone number, sign up an account, no email, nothing, by the way. It's just a fake thing. When you go there, you can see the quality of this bullshit, right? You look at it, you're like, what happened? Some 10-year-old, 20-year-old got together, I don't know, someone fresh just got together and made something. But they're so convincing that they will basically try and take money off you. So the idea is what they do, they'll give you some money, or some USDT in the beginning, and say, look, start this off. The reason they're giving it to you is because it's their funds anyway. So they will show you how to spend that, right? So they're giving you, I don't know, sometimes $100, sometimes $500, whatever, and they'll show you how to spend that into doing what's called tasks. And tasks is basically the scam, right? Where you go and you buy certain things, and they're like, oh, you're just ranking it. It's just the data. You're just ranking these products, which is bullshit, by the way, right? Nothing works like that. So you're buying these products, fake products, obviously, numbers, and the more you buy, the more the prices increase, to the point where you have to fund yourself, because on one side you can see that you got XYZ amount of profit. So that's what they're doing. That's what this guy tried. And I was having a conversation with Discord, and it's weird. I've got a feeling this person's on my Discord. I've got a feeling this scammer's on my Discord, because as soon as I went to Discord, the person paused, and I actually mentioned on Discord, I said, I'm actually in the middle of talking to a scammer, right? So, you know, the scammer's trying to scam me and I'm playing along. So I kind of mentioned that, and I noticed that the person just froze. And then as soon as I came back from Discord and I sent him a message, I said 15 minutes left. All of a sudden, you know, he's like, I'm not waiting, and this and that, whatever. I was like, wow, okay, I've got a feeling this person's in my Discord. Could be, you never know. But whatever the case is, guys, please understand, right? Recruitment agencies do not contact you for random recruiting. They don't do that. Recruitment agencies do not do that. Number one, recruitment agencies, right, do not get you to go and work in a company where they pay you in USDT, right? Unless you specialize in crypto products, then you're already wise enough to know what's right and what's wrong. That's one. And so that's recruitment agencies, right? Recruitment agencies don't train you on how to use crypto and ask you about crypto wallets and exchanges and send them screenshots. Like this fucker, excuse me, whoever that was, right, was asking me to send him screenshots of you know, Binance and this, and I was like, no, I got Trust Wallet, right? The reason I said Trust Wallet is because I can do burner wallet. So I said, right, I'll give you Trust Wallet. He didn't want it. He was like, oh, have you got KuCoin and this? No, because he knows on those ones I can't change much stuff. I'm fixed. He knows, or he or she, they know if I go Binance, if I go any centralized exchange, my wallet address is fixed. They know that, right? So I said, fuck you, you ain't having that, right? So I said, you can have my Trust Wallet, because I can just create a brand new wallet and just give it to them, burner wallet, right? Do whatever you want to do with that. They didn't like that. And then they're like, oh, how are you going to make it back into GBP? It was none of your freaking concern how I make it into GBP. So I said, oh, I've got a crypto bank. He's like, send me a screenshot of that. I was like, what? Hold on, mate, calm down. Why would I want to send you a screenshot of my freaking bank? That's personal to me, right? You know, I don't want to give it to you. And then he's acting stupid. He's like, oh, I thought it was crypto.com. Like, crypto.com's not a bank. I mean, how stupid do you have to be, right? So I think he clocked on that he's messing with the wrong guy, and then he backed off, obviously. And then the last message he sent me is like, I said to him, I said, oh, you know, keep your hair on, for example. I said, look, you know, no need to get offended, right? You know, waiter, whatever. Because he's like, I'm not a waiter. You don't, you know, I'll do it whenever. If you got time, come and find me and whatnot. Whatever, mate, no problem. So that scam's out anyway. But the point is, listen, guys, do not fall for this trap. Understand, recruitment agencies are looking for talents in a specific role, not some random stuff, right? That's number one. Number two, nobody pays you in USDT, USDC, or any crypto. You don't get paid in crypto unless you're already involved in crypto. And if you are already involved in crypto, then recruitment agencies don't come and find you. You'll be talking directly with the bosses, whatnot, and you'll be doing a whole different type of task, not optimizing bullshit. That's what they call it, right? Data optimization, apparently. It's bullshit. The other thing is, you know, the type of training, that's when you have to clock on, right? The type of training, they're giving you something. My advice to all of you guys, if you are watching this and if you have watched it to here, any scammers who come to you, right, and offer you a recruitment thing, and they want to give you they want to train you up, my advice to you is very simple. If they ask like, oh, we were going to give you this as a training fund, like they give you $100, $200, $500 as a training fund, do you know what you do? You take it and you do nothing. You take that funds as soon as it's sent to your USDT or whatever wallet you have. As soon as it's sent to you, right, you block the fuckers, you keep that funds and enjoy it. Do not spend a penny. That's how you're going to get back at them. These scammers, they're going to basically try and lure you in, right, by giving you some money. So what you do, you take that money. You take that money, go and spend it, go and buy a lollipop, do whatever you want to do, go and buy your favorite crypto. But whatever you do, you make sure you keep it. Don't follow along. That's how you're going to get back at these guys. So eventually when they lose enough money, they'll stop these scams, because these scams are going on forever and they're constantly changing names, right? I mean, I think I've seen about 6 different company names right now, and people I know have been affected by this, right? So I'm urging you guys, you know, I hope that you listen. If you see any of these recruitment scams, beware. They're not genuine at all. If they're talking about data optimization or whatever, anything they talk about, remember, unless you do, so listen, this is what it is. So someone wants you to work for them, you work for them. They pay you, you work for them, right? Even if it's a scam, they pay you, you work for them. You do not put any money out of your own pocket. And you know, you can identify as a scam the moment they deposit funds to you in order for you to go and spend in their little project. Soon as they do that, you take those funds and you give them a big middle finger and you say fuck off to them, right? And you block them, right? If need be, you report them. Take that phone number, report to your local police. That's what you do. That's what you do, right? You keep those USDT and go and enjoy yourself, because they, God knows how many people they robbed, right? They deserve to be robbed themselves. That's my advice to you. But other than that, I was having a bit of fun. But anyway, oh, it ruined it. Honestly, I was going to document the entire thing. I started recording because like a screen capture, because end of the day I know that it might end up deleting everything as well, and I wasn't sure if it was using those disappearing message or whatever, but luckily it wasn't, right? So yeah, I was gonna have a bit of fun. I was gonna document the entire conversation, and then to the point where he's now scammed, right? Because he's trying to scam me. He's gonna send me some funds over, and then he's gonna say, and I was gonna document the entire process so all of you guys could see. Right, I've got half of it, but you know, if I don't know if that's any use, but any one of you guys want to see that, please just message me out on Discord. I'm sure he's there, but just message me on Discord and I'll happily share that with you. I don't have an issue, so at least you get a rough idea of how these things work. Company names, I can give you a few, but this particular current one, same process, same everything. The UI just looks a bit different. This one's called Blue Guys. blueguys.cc. I mean, how much more? CC, come on, invest in a freaking website at least. You know, invest in an actual website at least, right? You know, CC, they're using some free domain, right? It's just hilarious. I'm like, wow, how can people not see that, right? So that's that, guys. Other than that, I mean, look, crypto's doing what it needs to do. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Just stay calm, stay patient. We're not out of trouble yet. This candle, today's candle, can go all the way to 27k, right? Sorry, 29k. It can go all the way to 29k, probably even test the 31k, right? So go above of the range, right? You could even test that, but none of that matters unless we stay above. And just remember, we just came below that. We just got pushed below that. So now our previous support is now becoming our resistance area. So that means there is a resistance level sitting up there. So it doesn't matter how high we go, at 29k to 31k, we are going to face a lot of resistance. And just pray that the market doesn't dump and we can break through that resistance and start moving back up again. So that's what you need to see. I also talked about a little bit of coincidences. We know the third largest crypto wallet right now apparently identified as Robinhood, but we definitely know that Robinhood, one of the investors is BlackRock and other, you know, venture capital and firms, asset management companies as well. So it was a bit surprising to me. I was like, wow, okay, Robinhood out of nowhere. Okay, so something's going on. But then, you know, seeing the pump, seeing the news regarding SEC and whatnot. By the way, I don't watch the news, right? SEC, whatnot, unless someone tells me, I'm not looking at it. The reason is just noise, absolute noise. If SEC has given Grayscale the go ahead for an ETF, right, then they've literally just paved the way for everybody else. But they didn't talk about BlackRock. They talked about Grayscale, right? What about BlackRock? So is BlackRock now trying to kind of stay in the shadows a little bit? Well, it doesn't make any sense, because BlackRock would have had more power to push this candle, but it wasn't BlackRock, it was Grayscale. Now Grayscale just applied recently, right? So yeah, it's a weird one. And then saying that, I mean, obviously BlackRock has invested into Grayscale as well. So when you look at this, and you've got to wonder, it's like, right, why is all of this falling into place? Why is it such a coincidence that this one thing happens, then another thing happens, then this happens? Did they actually dump the market on purpose, which I believe they did? Did they pick up cheap BTC, which I believe they did? Have they been already doing since March, which I believe they also did, right? So all of this aligns to me that they've been already manipulating the market for at least minimum 6 months, if not even more, right? To get the market to where they want it. And once they got it to where they want it, then they will be ready to push the market back up. And I believe that's exactly what they're trying to do. But before this, there are traders in the market who don't trade by their books, right? Like the BlackRock's book or whatever. These traders have been in the game for a very long time. These guys are now trading, you know, in their own way. So using the charts and whatnot. So based on that, we can say majority of the people will still control the market in one way or another, right? Whether it goes bullish or bearish, it doesn't matter. They are going to play on the fundamentals. BlackRock, to push the market up, has to start buying spot. That's the key here. Just by buying right now on OTC doesn't make. Remember, I've always said this, OTC is not good for us. OTC has never been good for us. We need it directly to be bought and sold on the exchange, right? So all of these ETFs, right, as long as these are genuine spot ETFs, right, buying and selling on the exchange as one would, right, as a normal person, then we can see the real significance in the market. If it's another freaking paper ETF, forget it. It's going to do nothing to the market. All it's doing is just creating this whole imaginary trade where you're going to go and trade with your real asset, and they're going to be basically diluting you, liquidating you, and doing whatever. So it's going to be interesting. Let's see. Other than that, guys, I'm going to leave. I've got to go. I'm in a bit of a rush. But like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you on another one very soon. And let me know your thoughts below. If you have faced any of these scams or whatnot. If you have, please warn everybody. And remember, if the scammers are tempting you by giving you some money, funds, whatever, in order to get you initiated and train you up, then my advice from the experience that I've had and the people I've seen and the people I know who got really mugged, right? Recently, the young boy, I mean, I think he got done 9K or something like this. That's bad. 9 grand, right? I mean, that's his, he's a student. It's his student fund and whatnot. So I feel sorry for him, but he got done. So my advice is, when you fall for the trap, I mean, if you're falling for the trap and you realize it's a trap, they're giving you something in order to get you into the trap, right? Baiting you in. My advice is take the bait, but do not fall for the trap, right? Take the bait, don't fall for the trap. If they're giving you 100 USD, 500 USD, take it and tell them to fuck off. Other than that, adios, my amigos.